Hey guys, just testing things and let me know if you are able to see me here on YouTube. Okay, seems like we are live. I'll just drop a message in my Facebook group that we are live. Yeah, let's just wait for a few minutes and then we'll start talking. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me well, just drop a comment that you can hear me. This will help me move things faster. So, am I audible and my voice and video is clear for everyone? If yes, please write a comment and then we'll start. Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Pooja, for checking this. Great. I think and is my screen and everything is clear, right? Just waiting for a few people to come join in. Thanks, Roman. Thanks for confirming. Great. It seems like things are working really well. So we'll simply wait for just one more minute and then we'll start. Yeah, it seems like people are joining in. Five, six. Yeah, we will wait for 1 or 2 minutes at max, and then we'll start everything. I'm super excited today to walk through all the things that we are doing and what is TexAu and everything, and then we'll run some automations together. It seems like a lot of people who had signed up to TexAu and they had purchased our lifetime deal. They were on different plans, but they never like used the product. So just wanted to get on call with everyone and do this like live streaming where we all come together and run automations. And maybe like also like communicate and see how things work and everything, right? So I'm very excited about today's live stream. Just want to make sure that no one misses this, so just waiting for 1 or 2 minutes and then we'll start. Okay, yeah, just 30 seconds more, 30 seconds and then we'll start everything. How are you doing, Roman? How are the things? Like I'm glad you joined the stream. Like you were the first person. Okay, we'll just I'll just check the group where I shared the link, and hopefully Um, yeah, we should be able to get started in 1 or at max 2 minutes. And I'm sure that a lot of people are going to watch this later because of like time zone and all that stuff, right? So right now it's for me it's around 9:30 p.m. 9:36, and for people, welcome Arman. Nice to see you. Okay, great. We'll check the questions, Roman. Yeah, we have some members in our team who are away. Okay, great. Glad to see you. Innovate AI. I think I know you, but just not able to guess the name. Yeah, I think now we have some people. We should get started, right? Otherwise, it will be much more longer call. So we should get started, and I think I'm sure that a lot of people will join in as we start doing things. So yeah, let's get started. So I think most of the people will know what is TexAu, right? So TexAu is a growth automation platform where we automate things on different social media platforms, right? So Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Quora, Slack, uh, Product Hunt, Reddit, Medium. In all these platforms, we automate things like liking a post, sending a message, extracting to their followers, sending a connection request, or extracting some data, right? So when it so these are like all the different things like activities, and we try to automate that. And the whole goal of doing this whole work is just to save time and providing some leads and help you in scaling your business, right? So initially when we had started, the whole idea was that we will simply help people in automating work, right? But we know that like when we talk about automating work, the more you automate, the better engagement and all those things you will see, right? So the lead generation part came joined that whole automating things together, and now this like automate work and generate leads, right? So this is what TexAu does, and we automate things on different social media platforms and generate leads for businesses. So as of now, we have around 180 plus automations on different social media platforms. We have most for LinkedIn, around 32 different activities can be automated. 34 things can be automated on LinkedIn. For Facebook, we have around 17, 18. For Twitter, we have 14. So for all these platforms, we have 10, 12, 15 different activities that can be automated, right? So this is, and we call them spices. So it's just like spices and recipes where you mix some spices together and create recipes. If you don't want to remember the name spices and recipes, you can simply consider this as like automation and workflows. So all these small blocks that you are seeing here are basically automations that you can do, and when you combine these automations together, it will be like a workflow, right? So even if you don't want to like call these spices or recipes, you can simply call it automation and workflows. So when you first sign up, this is the screen that you will see, and here like this is like automation page where you see all the automations. And now I'll go through all the things that we have on this inside when you sign up and when you log in for the first time. So this is the first screen that you will see where you will find all the automations. Then we have something called recipes that I just mentioned, where you can simply like automate things using by connecting these small automations, right? So this is like a workflow. So this is recipes. I'll be getting inside more after some time. So recipes is here. Then we have something called public recipes, which are kind of like pre-made, ready to use templates for different workflows that you can use. For example, ultimate lead generation on LinkedIn. This is like find a LinkedIn company page. You will find a company page. You will scrape that page. Then you will extract all the employees of that page. Then you will find an email address, right? And then once all this work is done, you will push all of that data to Google Sheet. So this is like kind of like a workflow which is like pre-built for you, and you just simply need to click on this and it will be added in your account. So this is public recipes. Then we have something called Prospector, where you can, if you want to find targeted profiles at any company with their email address, you can simply use this. So just make a list of company names that you want to, where you want to find the people, and prepare the roles, maybe like co-founder, manager, VP, and all that, and just drop all of them here. And if you have more than one company name, simply use CSV and drop just upload everything here, and click on like get emails, right? It will run all the automations and give you like all the data including emails. So we call this Prospector. We'll get into like each section in depth after going through all the overview. Then here we have something called results, where you can see all the automations that you have run and how it went. You can see the comments, or this one like extract LinkedIn post commenters, where I pulled all the people who had commented on my post, right? So you can see like this here, you can see all the logs, and these were like your inputs, right? And here you can see how long it took to complete, right? And then this is like result button, where if you click on result button, you will see all the data that we grabbed, right? And this is like the result page, where you can see the result here, and then we have some options here. I'll be going through each in some time. So yeah, this is results page, and here you see all the spices, and here you can see all the recipes, right? And then we have something called CRM. CRM is a place where all the data from the day you got started on platform until now, you can see all the data that you have extracted for different automations that you have used, right? So for example, I like, for LinkedIn post commenters, anything that I have done till now will be accessible for me here. I can like check all the data that I have extracted till now on the platform in the CRM. And then we have some more features here, like adding a tags to each row, or add a new column, find emails, or if you have emails, if you know Lemlist, you can send emails and all other details right from the CRM to Lemlist, right? And here you can make these columns short or tall or or all that stuff, right? And if you don't want to see any columns, you can hide that here. So these are all the different things that you can do here in our CRM. So it's still kind of like a mini CRM, where you simply see the data. In the upcoming time, we are going to improve our CRM much more, and you will be seeing a lot of advanced features in our CRM. And then we have something called spice request, where you can, if you don't, there is something that you need which is not there on TexAu, maybe some customized automation, or maybe like a different website, a listing website, for example, or something which is not really a lot of people use, but it's a, that's a website is really useful for you, or maybe that activity is really important for you. You can ask us to automate that. So this is a place where you can make request for us to automate anything, and we take a small fee and give like full support of, I think, like 3 years, and I think which is great. And then you can like it will be exclusively available to you on the platform, and you can only access that, you can only use that, and it will be forever accessible on TexAu. And then lastly, we have something called roadmap, where obviously we kind of like always keep updating our roadmap and list down all the things that we are doing, what is happening and what is not happening. Everything will be available in our roadmap. So this was all these sections. Now let's go back to on the top, and here we have uh, when you click on this profile icon, you will see accounts, configure limits, billing, and logout. So let's go to accounts and see what we have here. So on this side, you will see all your like plan details. What is your plan details, and how what is your how many emails you get every single day, and how many emails are remaining. And here you can like edit your name and all that data. And here like you can edit what you do, and what platforms you use. So we use these platforms, we use these answers to create more personalized recommendations for you, right? And this also like sends you some highly targeted emails about the platforms that you use. So this is where this is helpful. If you use any other platform, make sure to like click on and click save, so that we send you about guides and tutorials on how to use this automation, how to connect these automations together to create some workflows for these tools, for the platforms that you use, right? So it's really important. Then here we have something called proxy, where you can add proxies, delete proxies, and I'll be talking about more like why proxies are like really helpful in few minutes. So here you can add proxies and select the platforms where you want to enable that proxy by default, and it will be enabled, right? So you can do all of that stuff here. I'll quickly check comments, and then we'll move to other stuff. Okay, so Randall is asking like, is the sidebar menu the same on desktop version and app? So yeah, we recently added a new improvement in our desktop app, and which is going to be released on Monday, or maybe like by Tuesday, where the whole UI of desktop and main app is going to be same. We basically now the code of the whole app is same. So everything that you will be seeing in desktop app will be the same UI, same functions, everything will be there in the desktop app as well. But yeah, we are going to add recipes in the desktop app in some time, in 1 or 2 weeks. So the whole version, the whole UI will be same in desktop app and the main app. Yeah, so yeah, Roman, I'll be coming to proxies in a few minutes. I'm just walking through all the things that we have, and then we'll get into like each feature and talk more. So yeah, proxies. This is like where you add proxies. Then here you can add variables, which are basically if you use something like maybe API keys or any specific URLs, or something that is, or just to use just to save cookies, you can use variables where you can store all the data. And if you are using the same data again and again, you don't need to like copy and paste it, right? Simply create a variable, like let's say test live stream, and I'll just type like 5 and click add. So here you can see it's added, right? And now if I go to any automation page, it will be accessible for me. So if I just click here and select like test live stream, it will be filled for me, right? So you can use this anywhere on the whole platform, and it's really useful. It saves a lot of time if you're doing the same thing again and again. So that's where the variables are helpful. Then obviously subscriptions, I think, yeah, it's a place where you need, if you want to upgrade your account, you can upgrade that. Then notifications, if you don't want to receive notifications or emails about things that are happening inside the app, you can uncheck this box, and it won't we won't be sending you email alerts about the automations that you are running, right? So this was accounts page. Then let's go to configure limits. So this page allows you to change the limits of any automation, and if you decide to change, just make sure that this can get you need to just decide that what really, if this is something that you want to do. Because if you change the limits, then obviously TexAu won't be responsible for anything that happens, right? That happens to your account. So let's say right now, if you want to like a post, the limit is 40, right? But if you are using Instagram more and more, and your account is like quite old, you may want to increase that limit to 80 or like 60 or something, right? So you can click on edit limit and make it like um, 60, right? So just do 60 and click on like daily and just click submit. If you want to do something like maybe just 5 every hour, so you can do like 5 and click on like hourly and click submit. So this will change the limit for you, and you can do this for all automations that we have. And this is also useful when you have, let's say, like team. And right now, since our team and organization feature is not available, if you have a team and you want to maybe use different cookies to do things, then you can increase the limit. So let's say you have 5 teams, then this limit can go up to like 40 into 5, right? So around like 200. And you use every time you reach the 40 limit, just change the cookie and run it again, right? So that's where this is going to be really helpful. And now let's go to billing. I think we talked about that. Yeah, you can. This is something that our team is working on right now. You can see your billing and update invoice and all that stuff. I'm sure that this is not available everyone. But yeah, this is something that our team is working on. But yeah, last thing is logout, and yeah, this will obviously log you out of the platform. And on top we have help, where if you click this will take you to support documentations. And then we have something tutorials. If you click here, you'll be able to see some videos that we have on the platform, just to have like understand the basics that you can do. And it says pending because once you like do all the whole video, you can click mark as done, and then it will be like done. So here you can see how many videos you have completed. And we are going to add more videos. So and these things will improve, so you'll be seeing a lot of more videos that you need to understand and mark as done, so that you are constantly learning about the tool, right? So this is going to be really helpful once we start adding more and more videos. And this is here where you see all your like execution time, how many minutes you have, and how many time you have used, what is and when it expires. And release notes is basically like everything that we are doing, and what is coming, what was released till now, and all that stuff. And obviously as per the icon, it says notifications. So you can see all the notifications, which are like all the automations, things which are happening on the platform. You can simply use this to see all of them. I'll just simply mark all of them as read, and yeah, it's gone. So yeah, this was the platform's overview. If you have any questions on the platform overview, just please ask me questions, and then we'll move to the each page and go much more in depth. So yeah, if you have any questions on in terms of like how to move from one page to another or anything like that, please ask me some questions. Otherwise, we'll move to the next part. Just waiting for a few comments, and then we'll move to the next part. It seems like yeah, we have now around 18 people who are watching this live, and I'm sure that a lot of people are going to come in our in other places. It's like really early morning, so people will come in some time. But yeah, I think the overview was like just the how to move through all the pages, navigation and everything was it's quite clear, right? So we can move to other pages. Just let me know. Yeah, just drop a comment, and then we'll move to the next section. Just waiting for a comment, guys, and it will help me in moving to the next section. Unless anything is not clear, I will wait for some comments, and then we'll move to the next part. Okay, I think yeah, let's move to the next section, and now we'll go through like each page in depth, take an in-depth look at each page, and do some the counter for the videos is a good idea. Know what you have seen and what you haven't, right? Yeah, and I totally agree with you. That's why we have added that, so you will be able to see what things you have completed and what not. And as soon as we add more videos, this will be like kind of like a filler, where you will see like the bucket is like half filled, or it's still empty, and there are things that needs to be done, right? So this will also help us in making sure that like you are being you are taking the all the new things that we are launching, you are aware of that, you have done the courses, and we'll keep track of those events which are happening in your account, right? So that we can tell you, right, whether you have watched this course, or you have tried this feature or not, or like you have not watched this video or not, mark them as done, right? So that's where it's going to be really helpful. Okay, so now let's move to the next section, where we'll go into each page and see what is really there. So I'll just open automation. Let me just find something good one. Maybe let's account search. So when you click on any automation, this is the screen that you will see, where uh, here you will see the spice name or automation name, and again the spice name and what it does. It extracts companies from account search results URL on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And here you can name each execution, which is like, since uh, you will be using one automation many times for different inputs, right? It's very good idea to name each execution, right? So if you run, if you use the input, maybe just simply type the name of the search that you did, and some more details, and just name the each execution, which is going to be really helpful for you to figure out what actually is there inside results, right? So this is really really important. And then here you can see like all the data that you will get, company url, regular company url, company id, and all that stuff. So this section will provide you all the details about this automation and what data you will get. And now here, these are like all the fields where uh, this is like LinkedIn cookie, and then account search url, this is going to be the input, and how many followers you want to extract, this will be added here. So this section is all about the inputs. And now when we go down, here are two more options, which is csv file upload and google sheet url. So as the name suggests, like csv file upload will take csvs, and it will process the whole CSV, right? And again, like you need to fill the cookies here, drop your file, map the columns, and click on execute, right? It will run the automations for you. Similarly, for Google Sheets, it will just need a Google link, like draw Google Sheet link, map the columns, pass your cookie, and click submit, right? So and here something is there which is called schedule the spice. We won't be covering this in this video, because this can get tricky, and this is for like just beginners. So we won't get into like scheduling the spice. And when you go down, here you can see all the previous automations that you have run. So this one is like what was on like 9th June, and this it took 30 seconds to run, and here are the results. So you can see the results here, and if you click on go to this spice, you'll be taken back to this automation page, right? So here you can see like all your past executions. And one good thing is here is that if I click on open spice with this inputs, this feature is really good. If I click here, this will automatically fill the inputs for me, right? And you can rerun the automation with the same input. So if you want to do something with this input again, simply click on open spice with this inputs, right? It will be opened again with the same exact input. So this was like the spice page, inputs, what information or what output that you will get, naming this execution, then the spice name, and one liner like description. This is the spice page. Now let's go to recipes page and see what all things we have there. I'll just open a small one, maybe like, yeah, this one. So here, let's go from the top. We have something called save, here where you save the recipes. Then we have run, which is like run your recipe. And then we have undo and redo, where you can like basically go back and forth if you have some changes. And then here we have CSV and Google Sheet, where you can run your CSV or Google Sheet using for this recipe. So if you are like have like thousands or like 10,000 rows or something like that, you can pass the whole CSV in this recipe, and it will like use that data to run the whole thing, right? And as I explained, like variables are really important on the platform. So you can manage all the local and global variables. So local variables, as I mentioned, I was showing you there, right? So anything that you want to create something which should be available everywhere, you can create local variables from here or from the platform or from the accounts page, right? And if you want to create something which should only be accessible inside this recipe, then you can create local variables, right? I'll just simply create a new one, and it will be only available inside this recipe, right? So this way, like local variables are helpful. And the whole idea behind this is that as we start doing more and more in recipes, and our workflow will get more complex as we introduce new features. This will get like you will be making a lot huge branches and all that stuff, right? And this will use a lot of inputs. So local variables will be helpful for you in mapping those inputs. And also right now we use local variables to map the columns, if you're using CSV or Google Sheet. But I won't be discussing that part in this one, because that again can feel complicated to everyone. So we'll have another call where I'll be discussing only about recipes, since this has a lot of things to cover, right? And here you can use proxies. If you have any proxy, you can enable or disable them. um, then if you want to process only new results, if you submit a Google sheet which has some data that was like already processed previously, and if you don't want to run that again, simply click on this checkbox and click save. It will ignore the old data which was added, which was have been like processed previously, right? And here you can name the recipe, anything that you want. Yeah, I think this is like the top section. Now here on each automation page, you will see platform that you want. Select the platform that you want to use, type the automation here, um, anything that you want, and then just add the inputs, and then click on plus and add another automation, or let's say just anything. I'm just showing you kind of like a demo or something, but this is not like a real automation, but just a demo to how you can click on the each platform and then type the keyword that you want to do and select the automation, right? You simply need to fill your cookies and click save. It is automatically saved, so you don't need to like save it again and again. So but yeah, you just click on plus, select the platform, type the spice name, and fill your inputs, right? That's how you add new spices, right? Yeah, but so this was about the recipes. um, I think already covered this part. Prospector, I think I already covered, right? And results, I think we have already covered everything here as well. CRM, yeah, I think most of the things I mentioned already. Whatever we have, you can download things, do actions, as I mentioned. So this is also done, and these two parts are already done, right? So I think we went through all the pages. Now it's time to talk about some other features. Let me just get some comfortable. Okay. I think I'll just check comments quickly. Okay, many just on the. I think, yeah, Benjamin. Yeah, nice, Benjamin. I'm glad you are here. So, Benjamin is our team, and he's helping me with some comments that you guys are asking. So, feel free to drop your comments. I'm glad that Benjamin is here. He will answer all the queries. Okay. Yeah. So now let's move to the next part. I have prepared some stuff for you. I'll just check what I need to cover. Yeah. So question was like, do I need proxy to use TexAu, and then all the limits and how we cannot get banned or something like that using the platform. So I'll just start with proxies. So guys, like, if you don't know what is proxy, proxies is something which is like it is required by a lot of platforms, because when you run anything on TexAu Cloud or any cloud platform, it runs the automation on our server, right? But since you are located at, let's say, like, you are located at maybe like Berlin, and our servers are located at maybe like, say, San Francisco or something, right? So if you run automation, it will run on our San Francisco server, right, in our SF server. But since you are located in Berlin, all these platforms will think that like you are trying to log in from a different location, right? And it triggers a warning. To avoid all these warnings, we need a proxy which is nearest to your location. So we'll simply use the proxy that you have provided to run the automation. It adds like an extra layer, and it hides the server of like TexAu. So that's why, like, people who ask question about like proxies, is just basically a place or a layer where all the TexAu servers are like hidden. It simply hides our IP address. That's all it does, right? So proxies are really useful. It hides TexAu server address, and that adds an extra layer of security when you run automations on the platform. But the good thing is that we really recently introduced our desktop app, which can be downloaded in your own computer, and then we use your own computer's network to run the automation. So basically, it's just like you're opening your browser and doing all the things, right? So you don't need proxy for that. And our new version of desktop is coming next week, where you don't need to even fill the cookies. Once you fill the cookies, it will be there in your account. You don't need to fill the cookies, everything. We simply just pass the input, run the automation. uh, we will eventually we will remove the cookies field as well. So you can use our desktop app, and it is like getting more and more advanced thanks to our team. They are doing a lot of really good work in terms of improving the desktop app and making adding more and more features, right? So next week we are going to release a new version, and make sure to download that. Okay, so that was proxies. Now, how we are managing limits. So let's talk about that as well. So this is again a question asked by a lot of people about how we are taking care of limits on these platforms and making sure that like nothing is really is going to happen to any user who is using TexAu. So this is what we do. Let's say that to send a message, or maybe like, yeah, let's talk about sending a message on LinkedIn. So let's say sending a message on LinkedIn has a limit of like 50 messages per day, right? So but on TexAu, the limit will always be like half of the actual limit. So the limit on TexAu will be 25, right? So you will never cross the limit if you are just using TexAu for your daily automation, right? Since the limit is like 50, but you are doing only 25, right? We won't let you run more unless you go and like configure the limits and do all the stuff. But we don't really recommend that like you change the limits. But if you're a really advanced user, you know what things needs to be done, and your account is quite old, then you can do all that stuff. But yeah, we don't recommend changing the limits. So on for each automation that we have that you are seeing on the screen, the total the limit of any platform for any activities, like if say that is like X, on TexAu it will be always like half of X, right? So 40 20, maybe like 100, then it will be 50, right? So we never want to cross the limit, and that's the reason we have kept like half of the actual limit to keep everyone safe. So that is one thing. And then apart from that, even in that activities we don't do that like instantly, right? It takes time. So we have added like delays as well, where after each operation, like each execution, we wait for some time, maybe like for 1 or 2 minutes or 30 seconds. We scroll some pages, do some other stuff, and then we come again and then run another automation, right? So we have random delays everywhere. And then all the activities are kind of like a human, kind of like it does like all the human behavior, where you scroll the page, you click on pages, you type the message, and you click on send. And it won't be like just, it won't scroll like super fast and just in just one shot and pull everything, right? We scroll everything, we wait for the data, then we collect that data, we scroll again and click on next pages. So it's totally like human behavior, right? And that is what happens in the desktop app as well, and the cloud as well. So with all these things, we want to make sure that platform is really secure and all the users accounts are really secure. So I think since the whole idea was that how we can automate the work, it was never that we simply want to abuse the platform and run tons of automations and we start like doing all the random stuff, right? We never wanted to do that. So and the whole idea is that doing things that we were spending a lot of time in doing all these activities and how we can automate this work, right? So that's where the whole TexAu comes in, where you simply pass the data, we take our time, we done the automation, you simply focus on something else, right? But yeah, time really matters. So we have previously we had kept random delays are like as like maybe I think it was like 2 to 5 minutes between each operation. But so it was taking a lot of time, so we reduced it to like 30 seconds to 190 seconds. So now it works really well. So yeah, that was about the limits. I think now it's time to run the automations, since we crossed around, yeah, 30 40 minutes. So yeah, are you guys ready? Just open your TexAu, make sure that you are logged in, and then we'll start. Drop a comment when you are logged into TexAu and ready to use. If you want, we can you can avoid. If you are using desktop app, just simply open the desktop app. If you are on cloud, you can if you don't have proxy, just see what I'm doing and try to do that later. If you don't have a desktop app, I will ask Benjamin to drop links of our desktop app, and which you can download. But obviously it will take some time. But yeah, just open TexAu Cloud and just let's just try the basic automations. that doesn't require proxies, and see how it works, right? Okay, so when two or three people are ready, just drop a comment and then we start. Make sure that you have logged into TexAu, and everything, you are ready to run the automation. I'll just wait for a few comments and then we'll start. I'm just looking into what things we can run today. I think we are going to cover Google Maps extractor for sure. It's a really good one. Then in Facebook, we can do extracting members from any Facebook group. Then for websites, we can do maybe like, yeah, meta tags, which is like the simplest one. Then on Instagram, we'll simply extract some followers. LinkedIn will do some search on LinkedIn, and then on Twitter we again maybe like follow someone or send a message or extract some followers on Twitter. I think that this will conclude 5 to 6 automations, and then you can try it together with me. And if you are facing any issues related to automation, just drop comments. Someone from the team will help you. So we have some people right now who have joined the stream, and they'll be happy to help in case if you face any issues. So just if you are ready, just drop a message and then we'll start. Great, Randall. I think yeah, and it's good to see you're ready. We'll just wait for 30 seconds and then we'll start. Make sure, guys, let's make sure that you are logged in to TexAu, and it's time to run the automations and see things. By the way, we'll record, like we will make this web live stream much more clear and make it available for everyone to watch later as well. But yeah, right now it's a good time since we have our whole team here to help you. So just make sure that you are logged in and ready to run the automations, uh, and then we'll start. I'm just waiting for 30 seconds more, and then we'll start the automations. So Arman is asking, just on the mini CRM, when scraping results, doesn't it allow skipping duplicates when scraping? Or the mini CRM view is isolated, that is each recipe has its own mini CRM view? Yeah, so as Arman, as Benjamin said that mini CRM is not isolated. It's like a place where all the spice and recipes results, you will be able to see all of them at one place, right? But yeah, we need a feature where you can filter out based on the date or like time when you had run those automations, right? I think that will be really cool. So Benjamin, if you can make a note of that, it would be great. Okay, I think, yeah, I think we should start with automations. So the first automation will simply start with Google Maps. Let's go to Google Maps and open the page. Here, this is like the very simple one, but definitely it has tons of use cases. If you are making a listing website, if you want to target hyper local businesses, or if you want to find companies in a specific location, you can do all of that using this automation, right? So to run this automation, we need two things. One, map search link, and then second is number of pages, right? And you can pull up to 6 pages. Each page has 20 readers, so in total we will pull up to 120 listings, right? Yeah, so let's start with let's go to maps.google.com. Let me just share my screen. To that, I'll show you how to grab the links. uh, just give me a moment. Just want to make sure that everyone can see. Yeah, so as you can see here, If I type, let's go to maps.google.com and just type maybe marketing agencies in LA, and let's see what we have here. Seems like my laptop is struggling. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, so I have searched like marketing agencies in LA, California, in US, right? And I got these listings. So now what I'll do, I'll simply copy these links and go back to TexAu. Let me just, yeah. So if you're with me, just go to like maps.google.com, do some search, grab that URL, and let's come back to TexAu and see how to use that. So let me share my screen again with TexAu. Yeah, just a minute. Okay, great. Yeah, so I copied that URL from Google Maps. Now I'll simply paste that URL here, and since I'm just showing you the demo, I'll simply type one for now in terms of number of pages, and click extract listing, right? And now this will start the automation for me. So let's see the logs. Here you can see the logs, invoking function this, opening link, and now it will open that link in our browser, and once the link is opened, it will start scraping that listings from the result, right? And let's see what we get. If you are with me, just run this automation and just go ahead and try it. It's a very simple one, so that's why we started with this. So I would highly recommend that you try it out. Uh, and if you are having any issues with with this automation, just drop a comment. Yeah, so it is pulling all the listings from the results, and it will take one or some few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, and it will be we will be able to see the results. This is running. Till then we can check what other automations we have. So let's go to Spices page. After Google, we can try maybe another simple one, which can be like extracting meta tags of any website. This is also like very simple one. We'll try this out for then once Google Maps is done. Let's go to results page. Here also you can see the logs. Okay, so this one is completed. We just ran this one. So let's see the results. Marketing agency, B Corp, Grameen, Go Big LA, right? Thrive, MP, and if you see the Google Maps, we have the same agency. So it pulled all the results here, and now we can see the ratings, number of reviews, and their address, location, the website, and phone numbers as well, right? So this is really helpful. Now we know that like this company, which is Website Depot in Corporation Digital Marketing Agency, is seems to be really a big one. Maybe like they have since 97 reviews, 4.4 custom average reviews, right? So we can go to this website, see what they have, and find someone who's working there using some other automations like find LinkedIn company page, then extract all the employees from that company page, right? So we can do all of that work. So yeah, this is like really important automation. And if you are targeting any local businesses or any business in any specific location, this will be like really helpful to you, right? So just make sure to just run this automation and search based on this data that you will get. You can, by using company name, you can find them on LinkedIn, and then average reviews will help you in filtering out uh, listings which are not that important or which has lower ratings or something like that. But people have used lower rating as well. So let's say you reach out to any business and which has very lower poor rating, or they don't have a really good website, you can reach out to them and tell them like, hey, I can help you with some good ratings. I can bring customer reviews, help you with generating leads, scale your business and all that, right? So even the local rating companies are also very helpful. You can target them with your services, right? So these ratings are is really really important. Yeah, so this was Google Maps automation. Have you tried this? Just let me know if you are having any issues. I'll just wait for 30 seconds and then we'll move to the next one, which is going to be extracting meta tags of any website. I'm just waiting for confirmation that the automation was successful, and then we'll move to the next one. I hope you guys are trying it. Make sure to log into TexAu and try it. Um, the whole idea of was that we'll run the automations together. So let's do it together. Not even like or not like all five or six, but even if you just do one, that will make me happier. So please go ahead and try it. I want everyone to use the product, right? So make sure to open TexAu and run your first automation. It doesn't matter even if it's the one that I'm like showing you. You can try anything that you want, but yeah, let's do something. Just try it out and drop your comments here. Okay, so now we'll move to the next part, which is next one, which is collecting meta tags from any website. And this is really important. Why? Because meta tags will give you the idea of the website, what they do, and what services they provide, right? So if I type something like maybe let's try um, uh, just thinking about something. Okay, let's see if that website, this website is active. Extract meta tags. Just drop by any URL and you will get all the meta tags that that website has. So you can, this is like the simplest one. Just write the website URL and just run it. You will get the results, and this will be maybe like you, this will be your first automation on the platform. So just type the URL, that's all is needed, and click on extract meta tags, right? And this will pull the meta tags from the website. And now if you click on results, okay, maybe like that website was not there. Like let me just try something else. Maybe yeah, just texau.com. I hope everyone is with me. Just I hope you are running the automation. So we use our own website to see what meta tags we have. Okay, so we got like report, title, description, OG type, URL, title, description, image, Twitter card, right? So and you can see it shows you like the image as well in a very good formatted way. You can see the image. So yeah, this was like really simple one, but it has tons of benefits. If you want to target some specific business, meta tags can be helpful in uh, giving the title and things that they provide, since like everyone wants to write a very good description in on their website. So this will also help you in finding the right business that you want to target, right? So meta tags are really really helpful. In case if you are doing like a software development agency, or you have marketing agency or anything like that, you can really take help of this automation and see which websites you need to target, or which on which companies you need to target, right? So this will be very helpful. So yeah, this was meta tags. Let me know if you have any questions on this. We'll move to the next one, and now we'll run some Facebook automation where we are going to use maybe libraries, company about us page, extract profiles. Let's try extract profiles from Facebook group, since it has a lot of benefits, and many people, this is like one of the most used automation, since people who are in that group, they want to extract all the members and do some things, right? So let's see how to run this. So I'll be sharing my screen to show you how we can grab the URL from Facebook group. So let me just change the screen quickly. Yeah, Facebook share, and then let me just add that in the stream. Done. So you can see this is my Facebook group, and then I am like on in the old UI, since new UI is like constantly changing, and we don't have we are not supporting that right now, since they are like continuously improving the UI and things are changing on in the new UI. So make sure that you are using the old UI. So once you are in the old UI, just click on the any group name where you have joined the group. Just click on the name. This will give you URL. Just copy that URL and go back to TexAu and paste that URL. Here you can see like I have around 1,900 members in our group, and you can extract up to 10,000 members. So that is going to be really helpful. So I think like 10,000 members are is the maximum limit on Facebook groups. So Facebook will only show you like recently joined 10,000 members. It will not show you like more than 10,000. If you have, even if that group has 50,000 or like 100,000 members, it will only show you 10,000 members at max, and that is the limit that where we can pull up to 10,000 members in using this automation, right? So go to any group where that you have joined, click on the name, copy the URL, and then come back to TexAu. So let me just share the screen again, and I'll be inside TexAu running this automation. Yeah, so just need a moment. Okay, great. So now we are inside the this automation page. I'm sure that you have downloaded the extension. If not, you will be seeing Get Chrome extension button here. Click on that. You will download the extension. Refresh this page again, and it should say Get Cookie, right? So if you don't have Chrome extension, this button will say Get Chrome extension. Once you download the Chrome extension, just refresh this page, and now it will show you like Get Cookie. So once I click on Get Cookie, it will automatically fill for me, so I don't have to do anything on that part. And in Facebook group URL, I'll just simply paste the URL that I copied from the URL from the browser URL, right? And now in terms of number of members, I'll just write 200 for now just to show you. um, and now we'll click on extract members. I'm not using proxy since I had received a warning once, but uh, it's fine since I have confirmed my location, so it should work. If not, we'll simply try this in desktop app and see if that it runs successfully there. Okay, so on Facebook, I got a small warning that hey, someone's trying to log in. I'll simply click yes, and that will allow the automation to go through and pull all the members. So I just clicked yes. Facebook asked me like if I'm logging in from this location. I clicked yes, and now this automation should be able to pull all the members. So if you want to try this, make sure to download the desktop app. Or if you don't want to use the desktop app, simply run this automation on TexAu Cloud. And if you get any notification on Facebook, just click yes that it is you who is trying to access this page, right? And then Facebook will allow you to run the automation, run like go through that login screen. So as you can see, I had gotten this warning. I clicked yes, and now I got connected and pulled like 200 members. So let's see what results we get. Yeah, so here you can see like all the members who recently joined our group, and you can see Morgan, Florian, everyone who joined this group recently. We can see everyone here in our own TexAu group, right? And here you can see like all the profile like images. We can use these images to personalize some images or messages for everyone when we run some campaigns. So yeah, this was like Facebook group extractor. You can extract all the members, find them on Facebook, LinkedIn, send them connection request, right? So you can expand this and do lot more things. So if you this is like really important automation on our platform, and a lot of people are using it. So don't forget to give this a try. If not on TexAu Cloud, you can try it out in desktop, which doesn't require proxy, and it runs in your own browser, which is totally safe, right? So yeah, let's don't forget to try that out. Now that we have run like Google Maps, meta tags, and group members, let me know in comments if you want to run, if you want me to run anything. Roman is asking, can I scrape a group even if I'm not a member? No, Roman, you need to be a member of that group to run the automation. So make sure that you are a member of that group, and then only you can pull the members, right? Otherwise, if you are not a member, then you won't be able to see all the members, right? And since we use your own cookies to run the automations, if you are not able to see anything, we won't be able to extract that, right? So it's really important that you are a member of that group. I think that is like mandatory. You need to be a member of that group. So Amit is asking, any good automations to grow a Twitter account? Hi Amit, glad to see you here. We have a recipe, public recipe, which says grow a link Twitter account. So just try that out. If you go to TexAu and click on public recipes, we have something called grow your Twitter account. You can try this, where it is like follow and unfollow thing with some delays, and it takes around like 5 days to run the whole flow for each set. So with some delays, right? So it won't take 5 days in terms of like execution time, but the whole automation will take 5 days, since we have delays as well, and we don't count the delays in your execution time. So don't worry about that part. But yeah, this is the recipe that you can try, and you can see the details I have added here. So make sure to read and try this out. Okay, so now we have run three already. Raj is asking, anything available to extract all Facebook friends. Hi Raj, I think we don't have that right now. Our team is working on. I think Benjamin can answer that question. Our team is working on some more Facebook automations, like inviting people to join or to like your page, or extracting all the Facebook friends. So I'm sure that in 1 or 2 weeks that should be available on the platform. Okay, now moving to the next part. We got done with like Facebook website automations, Google Maps, and now we have Twitter, in LinkedIn, and Instagram. So let's start with LinkedIn now, and we can do some company search, or extract some saved profiles. If you want, I can show you some link sales navigator as well. For now, I'll use the simplest one. They're like, LinkedIn is quite simple. There's nothing seems really like complex. So I'll simply use the extract LinkedIn profiles, where you pass the search URL of the LinkedIn into this, and click extract. It will extract all the profiles which are there in on the LinkedIn search page, right? So let me share my screen on LinkedIn and show you how it works. I'll just remove this part, add LinkedIn. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now we are on LinkedIn. Uh, we are going to search something. So let me just add all the filters and do some search. So I'm going to call it something, maybe let's do marketing. Let's call this like agency, and search. I'll just call some. I'm just trying to find people who own an agency. Yeah, so it seems like these are all the like people who have like agencies. Let me just do like second connections. I don't want to find third connections. Then in country, I'll just mention India, and industry, I'll mention marketing and advertisement, right? And then internet as well. Um, Yeah, and here in terms of services, consulting, marketing consulting, digital marketing, social media marketing. These are like all the agencies which are like target customers of TexAu. I'll use this, and then maybe like I'll try tomorrow to send them, reach out to them, send them connection request or something, right? And yeah, so I have added all the filters. Now I'll simply click on apply and find people. Yeah, so as you can see, I got like 543 results, which is highly targeted. And I need to like reach out to all these people tomorrow. But for now, I'll simply extract these members. So I'll go ahead and copy the URL from the browser, and now we'll go to TexAu and run this automation. So let me just open TexAu for you guys quickly. Mm, remove screen, marketing automation, share. Okay, so we are back inside TexAu, and I have grabbed the URL. I'll fill the cookies, paste the URL here, and into number of pages, I'll simply type one for now, and click on extract profiles. This will search, go through that page, and it will extract all the profiles which are there on the first page, right? So let's see how this works. You know what I did? I extracted all the filters, right? I added all the filters and grabbed the URL. That's all you need to do. And cookies will be filled by automatically by using the extension. So just use the extension, fill the cookies, paste the URL here, and number of pages, it's all up to you. You can type one or just keep that blank and click on extract profiles. It will run the automation. You can see the logs here, and it will give you the results. Yeah, so it took like just 13 seconds, and now we have the results ready, right? And yeah, you can see like all the people here, and we got like of people from the first page, right? So now I have all these profiles. I will be like using this profile to connect them tomorrow. I'll send them connection request with some message, and show them TexAu and convert them into leads in the 2 weeks or something. So this works really well. And LinkedIn search is something that I think it's again, if you talk about top 10 automations, these are like, this is like the third or fourth, or I think, yeah, in third or fourth position where people use it a lot. So this is really useful as well. So you get the profile, you scrape profile, find email, you take the profile, you send the connection request. Once accepted, you can find the email, or you can send the message as well, right? So there are a lot of things that can be done. And search is like the base of it to find some really targeted profiles. So make sure to try it out, and let me know if you have any questions in terms of LinkedIn that I just showed you, and then we'll move to the next part. So I'll just take uh, a 30 seconds of break, and then we'll move to the next part. So Roman is asking future plans on developing desktop app for Linux. Hi Roman. Yeah, we do have some plans. I'll try. I think Karan, who is leading our desktop team, he's there in this stream as well. So maybe he'll be able to answer you if we can release desktop app quickly. Since yeah, so you can see. Okay, great. Thanks, Karan. Thanks for the comment there. Yeah, so Roman, I think you need to talk to Karan maybe tomorrow, and get Linux version if you want. Okay, so now we got LinkedIn done. Let's check with Instagram and Twitter, and then we'll close this. On Instagram, I think followers is something which is really important. So let's just extract Instagram followers of any account. So on Instagram, when you visit the automation page, you will see session ID, a profile URL, and number of followers. Three things that we need, right? So session ID will be filled by our extension. You don't need to worry about that part. You only need profile URL. You can keep the number of followers as blank, right? So I'll simply use click get cookie and fill this for now. And then now let's move to Instagram and find a good profile where you can pull all the followers, right? So let me just show you on Instagram. So let me just change the screen to Instagram. Okay, yeah, sorry. It seems like I was like logged in, and these are like all the profiles. I'm just like doing all the follow and follow game. So a lot of like unrelated profiles are there. But yeah, let's just this seems like good one in the NY Times. We'll simply follow like extract some followers of this account. So this has 9.4 million followers. We don't want to like pull all of them. Obviously, there are like tons of followers which are like totally ghost or like bots. So for now, we'll simply extract like maybe say 100, and just to check how things work. And then if you want, you can run maybe type 1,000 or something and get more. For now, I'll show you like how this works, and you can then try it out on your own. So we went to like just go to that profile and copy the URL. That's all you need. So it's quite simple. Just visit any account and just grab the URL. And now come back to TexAu and try this automation. So I grabbed this URL, and now I'll go to TexAu and try it. So let me just head over to TexAu again. Just a minute. Yeah, it's done. Okay, great. Yeah, so now we are inside TexAu. I'll simply paste that link that I copied, which is NY Times, right? It doesn't matter if you have a slash or not. And here I'll just simply type for now 100, and just type 100. Okay, and as you can see, like this spice now brings new data on every new execution, right? So if you keep this input same every single time, and ignore this, like just don't write anything here, just keep it running again and again, and it will give you new follower list every time, right? And the best part is that you can schedule this automation and run it like at regular intervals after maybe like every 30 minutes or something, and every 30 minutes it will start and pull the new results, right? So that's like a really good benefit of scheduling, where you can schedule a spice if you want to collect more and more like more data on anything, right? So for now I have added like profile URL, 100 followers, and my cookie is filled by the extension. I'll now click on extract followers and see how this works. So if you're with me, just go ahead and try it out. You can try it in your desktop, or if you have proxy, just try it on TexAu Cloud. Right now I'm not using proxy since I have never faced any issues, but I always recommend everyone to use proxy. So as you can see, like there is no proxy. I ran the automation, got 100 profiles. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, so you can see here, we got like all the profiles, and you can see this, right? We got like everything, all the profiles. Now I can maybe like simply follow these people or set up a recipe where I extract the followers, like their recent photos, comment or something, and then just follow them and make sure that if they're not following me back after maybe 5 days, I'll simply unfollow them, right? So follow and follow is like something that no one is willing to talk about, but right now since there it says like everyone says like it's now quite old strategy, but that still works. It really works. So we are working on a recipe, public recipe for everyone, where we will simply use this follow and unfollow strategy to show you how things work on Instagram, and you can grow your account with that strategy. So it's coming next week. We have that recipe ready. I'm just testing it, and as soon as that is done, I'll release that for everyone. Okay, so I think we have done 5 automations. Will If you want, I can show you Twitter as well. So just drop a comment if you want me to show you Twitter automation. I think we already covered 5 automations. I'm sure that most of the people here tried things. If you have any questions, please drop a comment or ask me any questions about the platform, and we'll simply cover that, and then we'll end the call. Hey guys, let me know if you have any questions. I think we covered everything, and if you want me to do, if you want me to, if you have any questions, just let me know, or we'll simply end the call. And And yeah, maybe like next time we'll go through like recipes, how to create complex recipes, how to use CSV and Google Sheet with spices, and see how things work, right? So I hope this was useful. This webinar, like this live stream, will be available for everyone to watch later on YouTube, and we'll simply like make small parts and release them on YouTube channel so that everyone can use it and watch like small parts and use it on their own. So we'll simply break down this whole 1 hour or like around like 1.5 hour video into the small sections and release that on our YouTube channel. Yeah, it seems like there is no question. So thanks everyone for joining this call. I hope this was useful. If you like what we are doing, make sure to spread the word. Talk about TexAu to your with your friends, and if you want to join our affiliate program, just drop a message, and will join. Will I'll approve it, and you can share the links with your friends and invite them to try TexAu. You get 20. Your friends will get 20 minutes free. So that is something that you should definitely talk about when you are sharing our affiliate link with your friends. And then obviously you will get 20 to 30% commissions on each. So if you like what you are doing, uh, make sure to spread the word, and you can obviously write testimonials for us. It will be great. We are creating a whole new page where we'll simply put all the testimonials that we have received till now from everyone. Thanks for all the support and love that you have given till now. It's really great, and my whole team and we are all like really happy with how things are moving. And hopefully in the next 3 to 6 months things will be really good, um, for everyone and for us as well. So let's stay tuned. Make sure that you are with us in this journey, and in next 1 year is going to be really great for us. um, Thank you for joining, and thanks to Benjamin and Karan, who joined this live streaming and helped with me with comments. Otherwise I have been like just spending my time in answering queries, right? So thanks Karan and Benjamin. uh, mm, it's quite late for Karan. I think it's around like some like 11 p.m. Here. So thanks Karan for staying till late. For Benjamin, he's in right now in Lagos, Nigeria. So it's around 5 or yeah, maybe it's around 6 6:15 for him. Okay, right. Yeah, Raj, I'll send you a link to join our affiliate program, and once we receive the application, I'll approve it, and then you can share about you can share TexAu with your friends, and obviously get make some money, right? Um, Great. Thanks a lot, everyone. Stay safe and take care of yourself, your families, and everyone around you. We hope that situations will get back to normal in maybe like few months. Just hoping that things will get normal, but it doesn't seem like it will make that happen. But yeah, let's just hope for the best. Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining this call. Bye. Take care.